Hi, you're in my closet. So I'm Meg. I am Meg the Minimalist from MEGFORIT.com, and I was gonna make a video today about common misconceptions or common mistakes about minimalism. Do you wanna watch that video? All right, come on. Okay, so really quick, one of the most common misconceptions about minimalists is that they're boring. So I don't think we're boring. I think I'm super colorful, and minimalism can look different for everybody. Everybody has a different journey when it comes to minimalism. It's not a destination. Let me show you my wardrobe. Look at the shirt I'm wearing right now. So as you can see, my wardrobe is super colorful, but it all kind of matches. They're all sort of in the same color scheme, and I have a couple basics. Like I have a good pair of jeans, I have a pair of shorts, a white skirt, and black shorts. I think that might be it. So because I have basics and then some of those fun color pieces, I can mix and match pretty much everything and have infinite possibilities. Minimalism does not have to be boring. It kind of has to just cater to what works for you. So I love neutrals, black, white, gray, and jean, and then I love yellows and oranges and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I wear every single day. I do have some rules with my wardrobe, so I stick to like a certain number, like 10 tops, 10 bottoms, that sort of thing. And of course I stay like within a certain like color scheme so that everything matches, but also everything that I bring into my wardrobe has to fit perfectly. If I get bigger or smaller or it just doesn't fit right, it goes. And then also if I put it on and I don't feel like incredible wearing it, it also just goes. You know, why have something in my wardrobe that I'm like, oh, I don't really enjoy wearing that? If it's not serving me, then it needs to go and serve somebody else. Right, let's keep going. We have so much to cover. Here's another common misconception about minimalists, that we are poor. I don't know what to say about this one, but when I asked my audience to tell me what common misconceptions were, this one kind of came up a lot. And I thought it was kind of weird. But then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I can see that. Like, maybe you think that like, oh, I only own a little bit because I can only afford a little bit. But I feel like when you're a minimalist, you spend money on what matters. Of course, everybody's in a different financial situation, and maybe you buy only high quality stuff and have a couple of things. But the people that I know that are like super consumers and are always buying new stuff and are always buying, like every time we go out or they see a dollar bin or something on sale and they're buying a bunch of stuff, they're not like the wealthiest people. And I don't know if it's because they're constantly buying, but I feel like minimalists know where to place their money. So if they want to cook really simple meals at home for a whole year and then buy like their dream car, then that's how they do it. And if they are going to not buy a single piece of clothing for a whole year and then use that money to like, you know, put a down payment on a house or something like that, then that's how you do it. So I think like the idea of like you're minimalist because you're poor kind of doesn't fit, because you only buy what you need and you live within your means. And I think there's a greater chance of you living a more fruitful and abundant life when you live within your means and you don't overindulge. In my personal opinion, I've lived both ways and I've lived both lives, and I know that overindulgence does not lead to happiness. Buying Coach shoes and Chanel purses, which I have stupidly done, does not lead to happiness. You get a little bit of high when you like buy something super expensive and like you get to like tote it around and be like, look at me in my Chanel purse and my Coach shoes. And then it quickly fades away and like your threshold gets higher and like you want to buy more expensive stuff. And when you look back, like I look back right now and I'm like, what a waste of money. Here's one: all minimalists live in tiny houses. Now hold on. Right now I live in a house, like a house. The story of this house was a total accident. I was living in 360 square feet in an RV or tiny house, which we like made the inside like a house, less of an RV. So we were living in a tiny house, but then I accidentally fell in love with this historic home when we stumbled upon an open house in this area that we were not looking to buy. So then we ended up in a house. You can live in a house and be a minimalist, in a small house, in a big house. It really doesn't matter your space. It's about how you utilize what you are given at that period of time. I was very happy in 300 square feet. I loved it. Our little family of 4 had what we needed. We all had our own little like private spaces. The kids had their room on one side of the house, or tiny house, and then we had our room on the other side of the house with a door, and it really worked for us. And we spent more of our time outside of the house and experiencing life rather than like inside these 4 walls trapped. Living in a big house is also very different from living in a tiny house because you have to have more self-control. You have more space, and it's so easy to like fill this space up. It's a constant struggle and a constant reevaluation. But not all minimalists live in tiny houses or live in a bus or a van life. Hashtag van life. Here's another common misconception. People think that we have like under 100 things. Now there's a lot of minimalists that live in that like numerical space where they're like, I'm only gonna own 100 things, or I'm only gonna own 50 things. We don't really do minimalism that way. Maybe we will when the kids get older and move out, but with kids, they're constantly entering a new stage of life. Like for example, they both got their own rooms and they needed like actual beds and desks. And then they went to school and they both needed their own backpack and their own lunchbox. So every stage has like a different evaluation as a child. So we're constantly evolving and constantly changing with our kids. So to stick to a number would be more work than it's worth. So as for us, in our house as minimalists, we don't stick to a certain number. If that works for you, then more power to you. I totally support you. Alrighty, I'm in my office, and the last kind of lie or common misconception about minimalism that I want to share with you is that it is a destination. So when people think of minimalism, they think of like those cold black and white houses with like no furniture and like somebody wearing like super bland oatmeal colored clothes made out of linen, and they're just like sitting in their knot chair in the middle of the room. And people think that's what minimalism is. And if it is for you, that's awesome. But that's not really my goal. And I think that there really is no like destination for minimalism. It's just like this like lifestyle that kind of just evolves with whatever stage of life that you're currently in. Right now, I am working from home. I am not working in the hospital as a nurse. I have a digital marketing company. I have these like social media platforms. I homeschool my kids, and my kids go to hybrid school twice a week. I live in this big giant old house. It's 1,000 square feet, but it feels giant to me. I am married. I am in my mid-30s. This is my life right this second. I found the color scheme and wardrobe that I love. I found the plant-based diet that works for me and my family, and this is just where I am. So minimalism, I think, meets you where you are. For me, minimalism starts with the physical, so it starts with physically decluttering your life, and that means in every room, every car, whatever you have, and really just having what you need and eliminating the rest. So that means that if you have some book that you've already read that doesn't serve you, you have some tchotchke just collecting dust in the corner, those are things that should leave your home and that are just taking up space. Everything in my house I use, and if I don't use it, I get rid of it. After physical minimalism manifests in your lifestyle, you move on to a more like mental and spiritual minimalism. And what this means is digital minimalism, not being on your phone all the time, sort of like decluttering your mind, which means that you have less coming in. Same thing as you would treat your front door, less things coming in the front door. The same thing you would do for like stimulation in your mind. So like less nonsense entertainment, less mindless scrolling or mindless watching of something. I do want to end this video with saying that minimalism is not for everybody, but I think that if you discover it and it brings you joy to live a less cluttered, less chaotic life, then it is for you, and it's something that you should pursue and maintain. And for me, it really was a solution for my anxiety and stress and depression. I didn't realize how much chaos or disorganization or clutter was contributing to my depression and anxiety, and then my depression and anxiety making the clutter and disorganization worse. It was like this weird symbiotic relationship. I don't need things to enjoy my life. I don't need things and objects to live the most fulfilled life. I really hope that these videos inspire you towards minimalism, or at least inspire you to like declutter a little bit and help manage your anxiety. If you have maybe a video request or something that you want me to make a video about, put it down below in the comments. I'd love to make a video literally just for you. And we should be friends on social media. Whatever your favorite platform is, I bet you I'm on that platform. So just come and find me. My name is MEGFORIT, whether you're on Clubhouse or TikTok or Instagram or whatever, I'm there. Come find me, come follow me, and I will follow you back, and we could be friends. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content, and I will see you next time. Bye.